Come now that I'm a Chery Tiggo Crossover.
May bago ulit kami ngayong players and meron din natanggal sa amin. Pero hindi yun hadlang para hindi kami makapag-perform. Kasi syempre, sabi pa nila, pag may nawawala, may bumabalik.
Ngayong 2023 ay gusto namin na mag-champion sa PVL.
Kung magsha-champion man kami ngayon or makapag-finals, ang gagawin namin lahat para syempre manalo at maging champion man.
Ang goals ko this year is maging healthy and safe. Yan lang. I want to look back at this year and think I gave it my best and I gave it my all.
Now that we heard from the Chery Tiggo Crossovers, let's hear from our very active Twitter community, our volleyball fans, as we hear from Signal's team captain Rachel Andakis for our hashtag PVL Asks Question of the Day.
Hi PVL fans! Sa tingin nyo, sino ang magiging queen of floor defense today? I-tweet nyo na!
Again, our question of the day is, sino ang magiging queen of floor defense this game? So don't forget to use our hashtags, hashtag PVL Asks and hashtag PVL AFC 2023 to get your tweets on our broadcast. Now, of course, floor defense is key for every match, and these teams are very well-rounded. They're very good at their offense and their defense, which is why I want to know, and I'm sure the fans want to know, if you think that the queen of floor defense has to be the libero for today's matchup.
Well, I personally believe that it does not have to be the libero. The spikers could shine in the back with their defense in the non-scoring department as well.
Take your word for it. You spent some time in that position, so you know what you're talking about, Jamie. These two teams met only twice last season in the Open and Reinforced Conference, and they split those meetings. The Cargo Movers winning in the Open and the Crossovers winning in the Reinforced Conference. Who's going to draw first blood today? We have the answer coming up. Set number 1 between the Crossovers and the Cargo Movers next, right here on One Sports.
Presenting our national officials for this match. First referee, Mr. Bobby Celso. Second referee, Mr. Danilo Palada. Let's welcome our starting lineup from our F2 Logistics Cargo Movers. Team captain wears jersey number 2, Abigail Maraño. At number 3, Ivy Keith Laksina. Wearing jersey number 4, Victonara Galang. At number 8, Myla Pablo. Number 9, Kim Fajardo. And number 13, Kim Kiana D. Starting libero is number 5, Dawn Nicole Macandili. Head coach, Ms. Regine Diego. Calling on our Chery Tiggo Crossovers. Team captain wears jersey number 7, Mylene Paat. At number 9, Energy Laure. Wearing jersey number 10, Rosel Baliton. Number 11, Alina Bicar. Number 14, Zarina Grace Carandang. Number 23, Maria Shaya Adorador. Starting libero is number 24, Buding Duremdes. Head coach, Mr. Aaron Velez. This match is under the regulation and supervision of the Games and Amusement Board.
Back inside the Phil Sports Arena, you see the starting lineup of Coach Diego of the Cargo Movers. Only one player in double digits. We mentioned earlier, that's Kim D. Abi Maraño with 6, Ivy Laksina with 8. Aragalang has not exploded so far this season. 3 points in the first game, 3 points in the second game. So we're looking for her to start to wax hot. Meanwhile, for the Crossovers, a little tweak for Coach Aaron Velez, who returns as the coach and team manager of the Crossovers. Alina Bicar, we mentioned she came off the bench in the first set of the last 2 games, is a starter today. Obviously, that's a nod to her performance. Great performance in those 2 undefeated matches, Jamie.
Yes, and she's been doing a great job, like we said earlier, off the bench. Smooth sailing for Chery Tiggo. She has that poise and confidence that her Spike Girls like to see on the court.
That's right. So a big game for all you volleyball fans. 2 teams with a perfect 2-0 record will see action today. One will continue the winning streak. The other will taste the, bitter defeat. For the Cargo Movers, they've lost only 2 sets so far in 2 matches. The Crossovers only lost 1 set. Adorador off the block, kept alive. Excellent play by Kim D. Adorador will try again. She is rejected. Duremdes with coverage. Eileen Paat, cross court. That is wide.
Too wide for Chery Tiggo there. The set was a little bit too low for her to spike, allowing that to go sharp and outside.
What's going to be key, especially for the setters, Jamie, of both teams to outdo each other, at least here in the opening set, to set that tone?
It's important for both setters to stay consistent and to vary the sets and not be too predictable.
Well, it's going to be easy for both setters. Bicar goes to Paat because they have so many offensive weapons for both teams.
Yes, and luckily not only offensively but defensively. The liberos and also the Spikers back row have been playing wonderful defense, and it's allowing the setters to make their job much easier.
Mylene Paat draws first blood and puts the Crossovers on the board first here in the opening set. Shaya Adorador with a serve. And D. There is a net touch. Shelale immediately confesses to it.
And we have a free point there for F2. It's important to lessen those unforced errors. Every point counts. So it's important to not give away free points.
Well, both teams have been very good. Would you call it very good, Jamie? 17 errors in their last game for the Crossovers, 18 errors for the Cargo Movers in their last game.
I would have to say that's a little too high, and I'm hoping that this week in training they were able to hone their skills and hone their weaknesses as well, so they can clean up whatever needs to be fixed.
Well, how about Rosel Baliton, the consistent starter for the Crossovers? 9 points in their first game, 4 points in their last game, including a block.
Wow, Rosel Baliton coming from the UE.
Yeah.
Back in college. I believe that she's that silent killer. She's not given the ball too many times, but when she is, she just attacks.
That's right. Mylene Paat, her second point.
I have to give credit to Mylene Paat. Her stint in Thailand is doing justice for her team, and that wisdom from that international training is going to be helpful for Chery Tiggo.
And how consistent has she been? Talking about Pat, 42% efficiency from the field in their last game.
She is not a choosy spiker. Any set that is given to her, low, fast, off the net, she can adjust.
Let's check in with Rain Tixon.
Let's move over from Chery Tiggo to our F2 Logistics cargo movers. Now, OG fans may remember Ara Galang as an explosive scoring machine in her collegiate days in DLSU, but things have changed since they moved over to the pros. Ara Galang scored just 3 points against Akari, but she tallied 9 excellent digs and 6 receives for a total of 37% efficiency in her defensive skills. This was something Ara consciously worked on after having her fair share of injuries. She told me earlier that she and her coaching staff noticed her power declining after the shoulder issue, so she focused on rounding out her skill set by being a defensive asset as well. Now, Ara's ability to adapt was put on the spotlight when she filled in for Dawn Macandili when she was out at the start of the reinforced conference. And will her contribution be the same in this match? What do you think, Eric and JB?
Well, thank you very much, Rain. Great report. Yes, she was a libero early part of the reinforced conference. And she is, 9 digs, 6 receptions for Ara Galang in that 3-set win against the Chargers.
Last year, she was not able to help offensively in the front row, but luckily, she has great receive and defense, and that comes with this experience. You know, the best teacher is experience.
That's right. Mylene Paat. That's dug up by Macandili. Back row, Myla Pablo. Durendes over receives. Fajardo goes to Ara Galang. Vicar. Paat will send it over. Chance ball. Wait a minute. That is 4 touches. Whistle from first referee Bobby Celso. Mylene Paat trying to make her case here. Let's take a look. So you do the
4
count.
touches.
Yeah.
1, 2.
So was that one from Karandang? This is
Yes.
okay.
It was because it deflected off Paat.
A great call there by Bobby Celso. Over receive again. A chance ball for the cargo movers. Oh, a little soft touch. Abby Maraño puts it in. That's her 3rd point already.
Jung Abby with that classic running attack, and she varied that spike there. Normally she goes crosser down the line with power, but she tipped it over, and they were not expecting that.
Well, Abby Maraño, believe it or not, has all of the points so far of the cargo movers. Laure. Pablo was right there for coverage. A push from deep. Oh, Zakarandang in the middle.
Karandang waiting for that tip by D. And I'm sure that Chery Tiggo has prepped for this. Kiana D did amazing last game, so they're ready to fight.
Zakarandang, another player who's very consistent from the field. 42% as well efficiency in their last game. D from the back row. That's dug up by Adorador. Karandang knocks it in. Back-to-back points for Zakarandang.
I have to say, Vicar and Karandang have that connection in this conference. Look at here, you have on your screen that A quick and also B quick as well. And the only thing that will improve a middle is if you set them the ball. And that's what Alina has been doing.
A rare error from missed consistency. Mylene Paat. And there's Aaron Velez back as head coach of the team after spending last season as just plain team manager. Ara Galang coming off a 3-point performance. Underhand set for Paat. And that's what you were talking about, Jamie. She will hit anything. It doesn't matter. Low, high, fast, slow. Karandang from the middle. Off the block, yes, 3 straight points on the crossovers from Zakarandang.
Great job by Chery Tiggo. They're fighting for every point. They're sweating over here, oh my gosh. F2 and Chery Tiggo, and you can tell that they're sacrificing their body and really fighting for every point.
Karandang with 3. Top scoring along with Paat's 3. We're tied at 7. Laure coming off a 12-point performance, one of 3 players in double digits. She also scored in double digits versus the HD Spikers with 13. One-handed dig for Laure. Adorador. Not a good dig for Makandili. That's into the net from Aragala.
In the net there. Sometimes the net is not in your favor. Sometimes it helps you, but in this case it didn't.
First technical timeout, and Crossovers lead by 1 against the Cargo Movers here in the opening set. And this is the matchup that you picked, Jamie.
Yes. My God. Both liberos, both experienced liberos, both thinking liberos, and they do their job of allowing their setter to stay easy.
Yep. 17 digs for Durendes in their last game, that 4-set win against the Lady Troopers. 14 digs for Makandili in a 3-set win. So really high-level defense showcased by both starting liberos.
Yes, you have Buding, best libero in the reinforced conference last year, and Makandili, best libero in the open conference.
There's a good dig received from Makandili. Pablo is rejected. Fajardo. Vicar. Mylene Paat puts it away.
And if you notice there, the set of Alina Vicar was in front of the 10-foot line, allowing Mylene Paat here on your screen to go for that broad jump right here. That swing.
Just to give you a little bit more momentum going to the ball, right?
Sometimes the set is behind the 10-foot line, so the spikers have a hard time doing that broad jump, and they're forced to just push it over, make it easy for their opponent.
That's right. 3-0 run. What coverage by Makandili in favor of the Crossovers. Can they make it a 4-point run? Karandang with the tip. Makandili unable to get to it. 4-0 run for the Crossovers.
Karandang adding variation to her spike, allowing Dawn Makandili to move everywhere. She's scrambling here on the other side, and they're playing smart volleyball here.
I was about to say, especially Zakarandang, really picking her spots, choosing it wisely.
Great job by Chery Tiggo.
Laure, season 77 of the UAAP Rookie of the Year. Another great serve. Chance ball here for the Crossovers. Paat picks it up. Durendes will set it for Adorador. Open block. Fajardo. Maraño, what a block by Karandang. Pablo. Karandang again. Oh, pounds it in. Karandang has 5 already.
If it's working, continue to play her. And I have to give credit to the back row of Chery Tiggo. They're giving that dig perfectly to Alina Vicar, which is allowing her to set the middles.
And which has also forced Coach Diego to call her first time out very early here in the opening set.
Ganun lang sila. Meron ditong malaki. Pero ang ginagawa, hindi na-drop nyo sa kamay. Dapat hindi sa kamay, sa likod ng blocker. Pero you have to look pa rin. Okay, next. Pag umaatake kayo, hindi pwedeng sa kamay ng blocker. Tingnan nyo yung block. Ay, sa gilid. Naiintindihan. Hindi tayo natalo sa pasan, hindi tayo natalo sa depensa. Ang problema, hindi tayo umaatake. Kailangan aggressive kayo.
Well, Coach Diego is right. Only 2 attacks for the Cargo Movers, and we're at 11-7, almost halfway through the opening set.
The problem right now for F2 is what Coach Red said in the timeout is the attack. And the spikers keep spiking their spike in the hand of the blockers, and they have to avoid it and think smart.
That's right. 2 blocks already for the Crossovers, only 1 block for the Cargo Movers. But the glaring statistic here is only Abby Maraño has scored. No one else.
We need the open spikers and the wings to step up today.
Vicar on a 1-2 play. Everything going the way of the Crossovers. This is a 6-0 run already.
The F2 Cargo Movers are scrambling. You can see their body language from here. They're looking a little frazzled right now, and you see Chery Tiggo play fluid volleyball.
On occasions like this, who speaks up? What should happen in order to level things out for the cargo movers?
That's the job of the setter. They have to dictate, they have to orchestrate the offense. They have to be that player that takes the lead.
Another chance ball here for the crossovers. Combination play. Don Macandili. Right place, right time. Myla Pablo attacking. Duremdes picking it up. Vicar, Paat against a single block, and that's gone. 7-0 run for the crossovers.
Great job of Miley Paat. Not only does she do a great job in the front, but also in the back row here. She's killing it here in the back row. And the reaction on their faces, they're smiling, they're running around. Their demeanor is different.
Well, we talked about what the cargo movers should be doing, and one of the things is a little substitution here as Iris Torinada seeing action for the first time since the first game. So she didn't play against the high-speed hitters, and Chini Arroyo in the game did not play as well against the Chargers.
So hopefully this double sub is effective for the cargo movers. And it could possibly be that because the players that are in the court, they need that change of scenery.
What a dig from Paat. The way she got away in order to open up the floor was spectacular, but they overhit it, and that stops the 7-0 run of the crossovers. But going back, we talked about the cargo movers and what they should do. What's the crossover team doing right that makes them so at least dominant in this run?
They're maintaining that energy. They're consistent in keeping that energy alive and working hard all throughout. It's not dying, it's staying the same, and that's great.
Karandang. That's dug up by Tolenada. They go to Pablo. Coverage by Adorador. Eileen Paat, back row. Good dig from Galang. 1-2 play for Laksina, who's been quiet here in the opening set. That is just outside. 2 straight points here for the cargo movers. But let's remember, they're all from errors of the crossovers.
Yes. Chery Tiggo needs to minimize that right now before the F2 leads up here.
6 errors, make that 7 errors now for the crossovers. This is a 3-0 run for the cargo movers. Abby Maraño with an ace.
Now is the time for the F2 logistics to keep it up, bank on their errors, and maintain that.
Only Abby Maraño has scored for the cargo movers. She has 5 of the 10 points of the team. Oh, a solid block against Karandang. Adorador against the double block. Duremdes back to Shaya. That is just outside. Shaya just relentless.
Shaya Adorador has been playing great volleyball, and she's showing it right now in her team.
There's a challenge, though. That was a close one. Off the block by Laksina and Maraño. It did seem like it was very close to the line, and something that the coaching staff of Coach Diego can challenge. They need every point they can get. And very quick review. Let's take a look. Oh,
wow.
No. The ball flattened out, and it could have just maybe a few millimeters left. It could have.
Yes.
It could have been.
If it had touched the white of it, inside.
So one more challenge remaining for Coach Diego and the cargo movers after that unsuccessful challenge. 4-point advantage for the crossovers. Zakarandang skipped her final year with Lady Tamaraos. He serves it outside. Oh, what a challenge here for Coach Velez and his staff. They're saying there is a ball-in, ball-out situation there on the serve by Zakarandang, so we'll see. Again, about 23 cameras around the court. See if have a bird's eye view of what's going on.
From our angle, Eric, it looked out to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see who has the better eye, Jamie or the cameras. Jamie's right. That's not even close.
Very much outside.
That's about a foot away from the back line. A poor challenge there by the staff of Coach Velez. That's a wasted challenge.
So a 3-point deficit. Chini Arroyo out of Mandaue, played for National University in the UAAP. Great serve. Eileen Paat with a save. Is it gonna make it? Yes, it does. Tolenada will set it up. Pablo scores.
Great job by Pablo adding that combination play. Tolenada.
Yeah.
Great job by her running her offense smoothly, changing it up for the open spikers.
Iris Tolenada again did not play against the Chargers. Saw action, but did not score against the high-speed hitters in their opening day match. 2-point game. Good pass by Durendes. Adorador against a single block. Yes!
Alina Vicar giving her spikers no block. That quick set, that C set to Adorador. Great job.
Yeah, you can clearly see what Jamie was talking about. Only a single blocker against Shaya Adorador. Obviously not good enough. Back to a 3-point advantage. Good serve for the crossovers. Pablo adjusts and pancake save by Durendes is good. Adorador rejected. Great save. Dump. There's coverage from Bicar. Maylene Paat. Great pancake save. No, a little bit of a late call from Bobby Celso. Pancake saves apparently is no good. But Coach Regine Diego will use her final challenge here.
From our angle, Eric,
Wait, what do you think?
that was a great up by Macaulay.
Okay.
That pancake.
So
Normally when you pancake it, it bounces up a bit. And I saw it bounce up.
Okay. So far, the challenge system is 0 for 1. Jamie is 1 for nothing. So we'll see if 1 for 1. I'm sorry, 1 for 1. Oh, that's short.
Yes, touching
Touch
her
the tip,
middle finger right there.
Tips of the fingers of Diego. No, it's a floor touch. Apparently, it's a floor. A challenge is unsuccessful. Yeah. So you're 1 for 2. You and the system, you're both 1 for 2. 16-12. Crossovers up by 4 against the Cargo Movers opening set.
You have Dwight Ramos on your screens here, supporting PVL today.
All right, clear something up, Jamie. Apparently, the number change by Kim D is because Ramos wears 13 as well.
Yes.
So
they have that connection there, same number.
Okay. Pablo will connect and score, make it a 3-point game. I like the insider information that Jamie brings to the panel, to the broadcast.
Chica Sesh over here, Eric.
Baliton, dug up by Macandili. Excellent anticipation by Baliton on the block. That is just wide, but a great decision nevertheless.
Great decision by Alina Vicar, just a little bit too strong.
How often, I mean, as a former setter, Jamie, how often do you take matters into your own hands? I mean, what are the factors that should come into play to allow you to do stuff like that?
You have to look at your opponents on the other side, see where they're at. Like what Alina just did, she knew that no one was in the back, so she forced that.
Gala misfires, sends it wide.
F2 really needs to step it up offensively. Chery Tiggo's doing a great job, clean volleyball. Not too many unforced errors like F2, so this game, it's too early to tell, but F2 needs to help offensively here.
Only 2 players scoring so far for the Cargo Movers. Finally, there's a third name on that list. Galang with her first point.
Galang going down the line. Great set by Iris Tolenade here. This sub that was made earlier for F2 is working.
Former Rookie of the Year, season 74, and former best server, Ara Galang, with her first point. Again, Galang, only 3 points in each of the games they've played so far. Middle attack is good. Eileen Paat against the double block.
Yes, with that combination play, great receive by Chery Tiggo, allowing Vicar to set up the offense smoothly.
But how modest is Eileen Paat? When she was asked about her performance, I mean, 15 points in the previous game, 26 in the last game, she says, I always say I wouldn't have gotten those points without the help of my teammates. Gives credit to everyone else.
And that shows a sign of a great teammate, giving recognition to everyone and not just yourself. Volleyball is a team sport.
A team sport, that's right. Pancake save no good. And Galang with her second point.
Galang adding variation to her spikes here you have on your screen. Wow, that drop ball fooling the blockers of Chery Tiggo.
Coach Velez will call his first timeout. His lead is down to 2 points. We'll listen in.
Ano lang muna tayo Chin up, chin up, chin up. Kailangan lang natin ng breathe. Okay? Nare-recognize natin. Refocus lang. Smile, smile.
Biggest lead of the Crossovers with 6 points. Their deficit was at 2 points only.
To back off what Coach A was saying in the Chery Tiggo timeout, smile. Your body language on and off the court is important. Eric, you can be the strongest player out there, but if your body language is not, not there, it's gonna affect everyone else on the court.
Service ace by Iris Tolenada. And here we go. It's a 1-point game, Jamie.
Iris Tolenada with that ace serve. This sub that we had from F2 is working just fine.
That is the first point of Iris Tolenada in the All-Filipino Conference. Good pass from Duremdes. Laure. What a dig by Pablo. Galang has 2 points already. Vicar sets it up. Back to Laure. Oh, Laure fires it in.
Through the block there. Laure. She is one of the best open spikers here in the league. Silent killer as well. She leaps, she soars, and great swing by her.
Still has a lot of lift and a little bit of hang time as well. Laure with her first point. Back to a 2-point cushion for the Crossovers. Tolenada sets it up. They go to Arroyo. Duremdes with a dig. Laure doesn't like it, pushes the ball. Middle attack, that's going to be short for Abby Maraño.
The set for Chang Abby was a little bit too low from Tolenada there. She had a hard time pushing it over. There you have on your screen going for that A-quick. Too low to even just tip it over.
First error for Abby Maraño after scoring 5 straight points. It's a 3-point cushion now for the Crossovers. Tolenada goes to Arroyo. Rejected. Ooh, what defense after that.
Chery Tiggo is now doing what Coach A is saying in the timeout, smiling, playing the game the right way, and enjoying the game of volleyball.
They had 6 blocks in their last game, that 4-set win against Lady Troopers, already with 3 blocks today. Last time out for the Cargo Movers.
Pero kailangan dire-diretso sila bibilang sa mag-block. Hindi tinatamaan yung ma-attack. Okay? Relax ka lang. May down the line, nandun may cross. Kaya ka na mablakan dahil sa gitna. Okay? Relax ka lang. Nagmamadali ka. Kaya yung quick mo na bibitawan. Hinga ka lang. Okay. You have to assess naman, diba? 5 at saka C. Okay? Tuloy lang. Wala tayong problema sa pasa. Let's go.
This is a 3-point run for the Crossovers. What do these ladies have to do, Jamie?
According to Coach Reg, relax. This is crunch time now for the girls. This is when it gets heavy and very intense.
But as a, for a player, how do you, what's your mental state now? You've allowed the opponent to go on a 3-point run. You're down by 4 late in the opening set.
This is the time, especially me being a setter before, you have to stay mentally tough. This is why you train hard for games like this. There's no room to have those nerves.
Unfortunately, another one committed defensively by the Cargo Movers. Bicar, you mentioned that connection, Bicar Carandang.
Great job by the two. Alina gives her the opportunity every time, and sometimes with no block as well.
6 points already for Carandang. Hey, we're seeing Majoy Baron for the first time. This is her first time to see action in the All-Filipino Conference, and she immediately makes an impact at the net, but unfortunately the block goes outside.
We're at the stage where F2 is making all those substitutions, seeing what will work, what will not work, and fixing it as well.
Kim D returns along with Kim Fajardo. And Majoy Baron, we mentioned this is her first game in the All-Filipino Conference, coming off a PRP treatment, platelet-rich plasma treatment on her knee.
She's been waiting to play, watching her team, and she knows she can be of help for F2.
Galang, one-handed dig from Adorador. Chance ball for the Cargo Movers. They give Majoy Baron a touch, and she right away contributes.
We all know that Fajardo and Baron have that connection ever since college. So let's see more balls given to her.
First point for Baron in the AFC. It's still a 5-point cushion though for the Crossovers. They're 2 points away from the win. Paat. Macandili chases it down. Oh! Just absolute breakdown defensively, Jamie, on the third touch, and it was such a high ball.
My goodness, this is not the time for F2 to make errors like this, and now Chery Tiggo is at set point.
I'm sure Coach Velez heaved a sigh of relief with that ball.
He can
touch.
breathe now.
Yeah. This is going to be 6 set points for the Crossovers. Laura taking her time. Nice serve. Ooh, just long.
3 point for F2. They need this, Eric.
Yep. They need right now, every break they can get. And there she is, seeing action for the first time, a former best blocker in season 78 of the UAAP. From Tarlac, Majoy Baron with a serve. For the finish, not just yet, Baron with a dig. Here comes Pablo, dug up by Laure. Adorador, off speed, picked up by Pablo. Pablo gets it back. Bicar saves it. Paat, back row, off speed, cut shot, beautiful play.
Great job by Paat. Having variation turns like soft touch with that sharp angle.
I mean, all that experience, as you can see the last sequence, all that experience you mentioned, she was the best scorer at one point in the Thai Volleyball League, and it's paying off here in the PVL.
And not only that, Eric, it's helping her teammates as well. It's very contagious to have a player like that on your court with that experience.
25-19 win by the Crossovers against the Cargo Movers in the opening set. A 25-19 win in 30 minutes for the Crossovers against the Cargo Movers in the opening set. Both teams undefeated coming into today's game. So one streak will stop, one will continue. Let's take a look at highlights of the first set.
Well, from the first set, we can see that Chery Tiggo is obviously dominant in attacks, making less errors than F2, while F2, on the other hand, is still trying to find their groove. A lot of miscues here and there, and on crucial times.
That's right. A lot of contribution for the Crossovers. Karandang with 6. We saw Ara Galang contribute, Galang with 2 points. But Mylene Baat has been lethal. 8 points on a variety of kills, Jamie.
Alina Bicar can set anyone on her team. And on your screen, we have, wow, 18 attacks by Chery Tiggo, only 9 from F2, 3 blocks from Chery Tiggo, 1 from F2, 2 aces, however, from F2, 9 errors from Chery Tiggo, and 4 errors from F2.
So big disparity, especially on attacks. That's more than double for the Crossovers versus the Cargo Movers. And despite the numerous errors by the Crossovers, Cargo Movers just unable to take advantage.
The wing spikers of F2 are silent. Myla Pablo, Kim D, and like I said earlier in the pregame, it is important to stay consistent. Every game counts, every point matters. So this is the time to work hard and be there for your teammate as well.
That's right. Kim D, so far scoreless. We mentioned her in the open. The only player in double digits for the Cargo Movers in their last game with 17 points. Laksina with 8 points in their last game, scoreless. Today, Majoy Baron has seen action for the first time, and she already is on the scoreboard with a point.
I'm hoping F2 this set changes their body language, their demeanor, and this is it.
Well, that remains to be seen, of course. For the Crossovers, you obviously, for the fans, they hope they can sustain this kind of energy, this kind of momentum.
Yes. And with Chery Tiggo, they have to maintain that energy and still fight for every point.
Pablo with a dig. Fajardo sends it to D. What a tip there, saving it for Baat. Laksina. There's a net touch going to be called against Baliton. But a quick challenge by Coach Velez and his team.
Challenge number 3, net ball.
Both teams earlier unsuccessful with their challenges. That was in the opening set. Let's see if Crossovers make the better read in the last play.
F2 calling that challenge on Baliton.
No, the challenge was, the call was a touch by the officials, by the second referee. So there's a challenge here by the Crossovers, and that's on the way down. So unsuccessful challenge, it seems. Yes, there's a net touch, so
Net
unsuccessful
touch
challenge by the Crossovers. So 1-0. The point goes to the Crossovers. Coach Velez will only have one challenge remaining.
Every point counts.
Yep. Pablo, 2 points so far in the game. Down the line for Adorador, over received. Baliton, Bicar, Baat, outside.
Too strong by Baat. She's actually calling a net
No, she's
touch.
saying there's a block touch.
Block touch there.
So Coach Velez and the team will use their final challenge here.
For her to call it this early in the set.
And for the coaching staff, because there are some players who say, hey, challenge, but the coaching staff says no. But that shows you how much trust the coaching staff of the Crossovers have on Mylene Baat.
That's right.
Oh, there.
Oh, wow.
She's right, too.
Touching the pinky of Laksina here. That eye of the tiger there.
That's right, that's right. So good challenge for the Crossovers. They have, they still maintain that remaining challenge. 1-1, second set. Good pass from Pablo. D, down the line, dug up by Durendes. Baat, That's touched by Pablo.
Yet again, running that so well. And we have to give credit to Bading here. Digging that. Great defense by Bading.
It started there from defense to offense. Mylene Paat now in double digits with 10 off 9 attacks and 1 block. 2-point run for the Crossovers. Fajardo. Laxina rejected by Baliton. Kim D. Duremdes sends it to the back row. Pablo is there. D again.
D finally getting her groove. Hopefully that, that continues throughout for F2. And, now they're smiling here on the court. I love seeing it here. And also Chery Tiggo. And now it's a great job by both teams.
Let's check in with Rain Tixon.
Picar may have come off the bench in their first 2 matches, but she ended the opening week as the 4th best setter after tallying 3.86% average perfect tosses per set. Earlier today, her team captain Mylene Paat joked about her lack of height, but quickly took it back, saying, "You can't really feel it on the floor because of how smart she plays and her excellent decision making." Today, Alina got her first start of the conference and is still on the floor for the Crossovers. Let's see if she can continue to steer Chery Tiggo here in set number 2, Eric and Jamie.
Thanks, Rain. Majoy Baron with her second point. Alina Picar is the 5th best setter so far in the conference.
Alina Picar running her offense smoothly. She is that fearless setter coming off the bench. No fear by her.
That's right. 3-all, second set. Kim D sends it straight into the net.
3 points for Chery Tiggo here.
Maybe it's the presence of Ramos. Is it? Sometimes you get a little nervous.
Maybe the nerves are getting there, creeping in.
There's Dwight Ramos. Does that ever happen to players? I mean, your whatever significant other is there, you get a little more tense than usual?
Yes, it happens.
It happens?
Although it should not.
There's a solid block, but it goes outside. Laure will score again. EJ Laure now with 4.
EJ Laure doing a great job for Chery Tiggo. You have here on your screen. Wow. Great job by her. Great swing as well.
That's right. 2-point lead here off a 2-point run for the Crossovers. Galang. Oh, what a save by Laure. Chance ball for the Cargo Movers. Combination play. Galang dug up, over received. Makandili. 1-2 play. Karandang, quick reflexes. Paat back row. Oh, Makandili diving for it. Pablo. Great defense, both teams. Laure again. What a save by Pablo, but no second touch. Amazing exchange.
Wow, that rally, that is probably the longest rally we have here. Great volleyball by the 2. Great set by Picar. Great up by Pablo here.
3-point run for the Crossovers. Oh, great serve. Mylene Paat, that's going to be her first ace, and she has 11 already.
That will give Paat more confidence in her serves. And F2, they need to communicate a little bit more for the people manning in the back.
Kim D, another great dig. Laure, Makandili over received. Karandang puts it away. Yes, she does.
And that's the best part of being a middle blocker. Getting that present and just killing it.
Makes you feel good. 5-point run for the Crossovers, and they lead 8-3 against the Cargo Movers second set. What a run here. 5 unanswered points for Alina Bicar and the Crossovers. Jamie, what transpired between these two teams as you look at Pangs Managa on your screens in the last few sequences?
Chery Tiggo is playing beautiful volleyball. They're fluid in motion. Everything is working for them right now. They're digging everything up from F2. They studied this team.
Oh, but finally, a defensive play for the Cargo Movers, and they needed a point some way, somehow.
Yes. You know, right now is the time for F2 to find that spark plug that they need for this game and to win the set.
Majoy Baron, what a return for her. 3 points after not playing in the first 2 games of the All-Filipino Conference. Cross court, what an angle for Laure, but Macandili was there. Pablo pushes. Duremdes always at the right place, right time. Karandang, really soft touch. Chance ball here for the Crossovers. Bicar, where does she go to? Laure has the hot hand. She is blocked. Mylene Paat unable to get to it.
Mylene Paat sacrificing her body there.
She still tried.
Great efforts by F2 in this rally. DJ Laure trying to avoid the hand of the blocker of F2.
And I wouldn't fault Bicar for going to her. She has 5 points, Laure, and 3 of those coming here in the second set. Ooh, that was for Karandang, but she was a little out of position.
We had a little miscue there. The set was a little bit off the net. So it's important for Karandang to just put it over even if the set is off.
And that's what you're talking about the way Mylene Paat attacks whatever kind of set. If it's for me, I'll do something about it.
It's right now is the time to just spike whatever is given to you. You know, in between the rallies, you can tell your setter to make it higher, make it a little bit lower. But in moments like that, it's important to just put the ball over.
Well, that little 2-point run by the Cargo Movers has come to a stop off another kill by Laure. She now has 6, 4 of the 6 coming here in the second set. 3-point cushion for the Crossovers. What a serve, but what a receive as well from Galang. Battle at the net, won by Baron. Bicar goes to Adorador. Galang picks it up. Pablo off the block. Middle attack, and there's Karandang. I'll make you redeem yourself here.
Easy for Karandang, and you can see Alina Bicar and their connection here, like you have on your screen. Perfect right there. If you have a chance to utilize your middle, that's when you do it.
And how good is Karandang? I mean, she's only 5'7".
She has a powerful swing. She jumps. It's not always about height, Eric.
That's true.
But power as well.
Pablo. Wow, that was a broken play. But Pablo able to make something out of nothing.
Pablo being that go-to spiker for F2. And, you know, she's been shining on this team.
Yeah.
She went out of her comfort zone of joining F2. And she's doing a great job here.
Here's 3-time UAAP champion Majoy Baron. What a pass by Duremdes, back row. Great digging by Kim D. Another chance ball here for the Crossovers. Bicar goes to Adorador. Galang picks it up. Pablo off the block. Shaya off speed. Oh, yes! Kim D was right there. Laksina interfered with the ball's trajectory. Take a look at what happened here.
Shaya Adorador adding variation to her spike. Miscue here by F2. And if you notice the block of Chery Tiggo, every time it's being deflected. So it's slowing it down for them. And allowing Alina to be given the ball properly.
Right. I was about to say, the defense has been so good for the Crossovers. First passes have been excellent because of that. What a save there by Laure. Chance ball for the Cargo Movers. Pablo off a combination play. Karandang. 1-2 play by Adorador. Fajardo goes to Laksina. Adorador off the block. You gotta credit half that point to the entire team for the way they played floor defense, Jamie.
Great rally by the two, and Shaya Adorador ending that rally. Same spike as the last sequence here, not changing it, and it's still giving F2 a hard time here.
4 points for Shaya. 2 in the opening set, 2 here. Laksina. Another touch. Pancake save by Shaya. Fajardo. Pablo. Finally, a clean spike.
Adding that combination play during that rally, and that is much needed for F2 here. Changing it up a bit. It's not always about the pins, right, Eric? But the 3 in the middle and just changing the variation of the spikes.
Well, credit Kim Fajardo for repositioning some of the players, putting them in a position to score.
And that's the job of the setter. Like I said earlier, you need to know what works for your team as well.
But Shaya, back-to-back points. She has 5-3 here in the second set.
And in this last sequence that we had here, she's trying to go down the line. F2 is waiting for that mini tip off-speed spike there.
Coach Diego shuffles her middles. Now Abby Maraño is in. This is a 5-point cushion for the crossovers. Great pass by Galang. Hindi outside. And now you see the attackers of the cargo movers a little worried about the defense at the net by the crossovers. They're trying to hit it high.
Yes, they're really jumping for it and really spiking for it. You know, you'd rather have a spike that goes out than in the net as well.
Kung hindi natin mapatay sa atake, di block tayo. Intindihan? Pag mo kayo umatake, sumilip muna kayo, umaatras sila. Pag umaatras sila, pinapalo nyo sa dulo. Kapag naman break ball, mo forward sila, dinadar pa natin. Wrong timing. Okay? Walang time para magkamali. Let's go, let's go. Diba yun yung malayo pa yan! Pagdating mo si middle bago mo itulak. Okay? Let's go. F2!
It's back to the biggest lead of the crossovers at 6 points. And this is a 6-2 run as well, Jamie, by Adorador and the crossovers. We heard the instructions from Coach Diego, but what else do you see that needs to be done by the cargo movers?
It's important for F2 to read the hands of their spiker, know their patterns, and you know, Chery Tiggo has studied F2 and what they need to work on. So F2 needs to also do the same and read the spikers.
Baat attacks. Great up by Fajardo. Kim D tries again. She has struggled. I mean, you can see she's double guessing herself. Yes. Am I gonna hit it hard? Am I gonna hit it long? Am I gonna drop it? Because of how great the defense has been by the crossovers.
And on this last rally that we had here, her approach was a little bit too early for her to spike that.
So Kim D gets a rest. Elaine Casilag is in the game for the first time. Casilag has played in the last 2 games of the cargo movers, scored a point in their last game. What a save by Durendes. Adorador through the block. That's got to be a lift, yeah.
Adorador doing an astounding job for Chery Tiggo here.
8-0 run by the crossovers, and they lead 16-8 here in the second set. Bingo Plus, the first live streaming bingo in the Philippines. Back to the game at hand here. The cargo movers, Jamie, is still struggling to read the defense of the crossovers.
Yes, and they're slowly finding their groove here as a team, seeing what rotation works. Here we have Casilag with that drop.
That's going to be outside for Maraño. And not going to be a challenge, yeah. Coach Diego is shaking her head. No challenge here. That was pretty far.
You can see the fight in the spikers of F2. However, their spikes are just going outside.
It's a 9-2 run now for the Crossovers. Pablo with a push. That's a clean pancake save by Durendes. Oh, great defense again by Paat and Baliton. Pancake save again. That's a block touch. Paat, 10-2 run by the Crossovers.
Great rally by Chery Tiggo. They are getting everything up here, Eric. And not only that, when the Ding digs the ball, there's someone who's going to set and help Alina there. And it's a perfect set.
What can you say about the kind of defense, floor defense, net defense being shown here by the Crossovers?
Perfection right now. They studied F2. They know what they're doing. Fluid volleyball, clean volleyball at that.
Fajardo to Casilag. Cross court to Rendes. She barely had to move for that. Adorador, that's a check ball. Yep.
Check ball there.
There's going to be a challenge here, but even from my angle, it looked like there was a block touch. If the call stands, and if this is an unsuccessful challenge, this is an 11-2 run by the Crossovers.
You have Chery Tiggo hoping for a successful challenge here with a touch from Shaya here.
Shaya Adorador has exploded here in the second set. Only scored 2 points in the opening set, but 5 here in the second set. Yeah, it's the index finger clearly there.
And the thumb as well.
Yeah, there's a block touch, definitely. An easy call by our first referee, Bobby Celso. And Coach Diego loses another challenge. So both teams with 1 challenge remaining. What a dominant second set, Jamie, for the Crossovers.
Chery Tiggo came to fight, and it's showing in their game right now, Eric.
Paat. And everything just going the way of the Crossovers. Did you even think coming into this matchup, we were talking earlier as Coach Diego burns her final timeout, I believe this is. Well, I'll let you continue, answer that question. We'll listen first after this devastating kill by Mylene Paat as to what Coach Diego will tell the players.
Natin mag-block. Wala, tahimik lahat. Paano tayo mabubuhay? Hindi nyo, ayaw nyo maglaro. Sabihin nyo, uwi na tayo. Uy, let's go. Let's go.
F2.
Coach Diego played as a libero for La Salle in 06-09 of the UAAP season. Going back, I was about to ask you, did you ever imagine a single-digit set by the Cargo Movers coming into this match?
I was expecting an even matchup here. We had talked about it earlier today. And Chery Tiggo is unstoppable right now.
So far, very lopsided, especially here in the second set. All in favor of the Crossovers. Mylene Paat has been superb. 13 points for her. Pablo off the block.
There we go.
Let's hope that sparks something for the Cargo Movers as Jesma Ramos checks in for the first time today. She did not play in their first game, but she's coming off a 2-point performance against the Chargers. She came off the bench in all sets, in all 3 sets. Sorry, all 5 sets against the high-speed hitters.
And she has been effective at the service line.
Yeah. 2 aces. Casilag blocked. Casilag will try again, blocked again. But it, somebody hit the net, I believe. Was it Casilag?
Yes, net touch by Fred. Eric, I have to say everything is going in the favor of Chery right now.
There, Casilag clipped the net. And how frustrating is it for an attacker that you can't figure out how you will actually attack? Is it going to be a push? Is it going to be a tip? Is it going to be a hard hit, a long hit?
Well, first you have to see your blocker and also the set as well. So if the set is a little bit too off the net, that's when you have to make the adjustments. And if your blocker's too tall, you have to avoid their hands as much as possible.
A rare, good defensive play for the Cargo Movers. That's been very few and far between here in the second set. Only 2 blocks in this set for the Cargo Movers.
Kailangan aggressive. Kailangan nagbasilip. Ay, dun.
Liduhin. Organize na ulit. Nandiyan na yung nandiyan na yung attempt, nandiyan na yung aggressiveness. Kailangan natin na organize, ha? Sige. Oh. Chery on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Coach Velez, former College of St. Benilde player and assistant coach. And Adorador Laure won a championship under Coach Velez. That was the Open Conference in 2021.
I have to give credit to Coach A here. You see that the score is very far, however, he still calls that time out. And that's what I like about a coach. No matter how far or how close the score is, it depends on the details of the game and the little things that can change the game.
That was not a good first ball, apparently, according to Bobby Celso, our first referee. So a little bit of a run here, a mini run for the Cargo Movers. They're still down by double digits. So going back to what you were saying, Jamie, just build on the fundamentals. Make sure your players are always playing the right way. There's a bad receive by Paliton, and Galak gets her 3rd point of the game.
It's all about fundamentals, Eric, the basic. And once you have those basic skills, you're able to level up your play here. And it'll help you individually and as a team.
That's a better first ball. Laure. Oh! Good defense at the net as the defense of the Cargo Movers starting to come alive here in the second set.
Great job by Casilag here. Maybe this is that spark plug that they need.
Casilag, that's her first point of this match. Great save by Bicar. Maranyo with a good pass. Casilag. Oh, she gets a taste of her own medicine as Laure turns her away.
Laure does not want to have a huge, make them to have that big lead here.
Laure with her first kill block. DJ Laure now with 7.
She wants to break that momentum that F2 might gain this set.
That's true. May Luna seeing action for the first time. She has not scored so far in the conference out of Tagum City. Majoy Baron. Again, great position by the defenders. What an angle. Laure back-to-back points, a kill block, and a kill.
I have to give credit to Shaya with that great up. Great set by Bicar. Sharp angle by EJ there.
That's an angle only high leapers can find, right? I mean, that was steep. Back to a double-digit advantage for the Crossovers. Casilag. Luna with a great dig. Maylene Paat. Makadili was right there. Casilag again. This time she scores.
Casilag making an impact for F2 here. She's smiling, having a great time, and playing the right way.
Casilag with 2 points, all scored here in the second set. She actually played for the Crossovers last year, but was released in August. And it must feel good to score against your former team, right?
Yes.
Oh, but the serve is wide, and that's going to be 10 set points against Coach Diego and the Cargo Movers.
And in the last set, before Chery Tiggo got set point, it was from an unforced error
That's right.
as well.
That's right. Galang. Oh, that's too high. Bicar. Karandang off the elbow of Bakandili and outside. This is an 11-point win now for the Crossovers. Take another look here. It started with that. Made it easy for Bicar to set it up, and Karandang does what she does best. 9 points for Zakarandang.
It's looking looking a little bit too easy for Chery Tiggo here. The spikers of F2 are silent in this match. And hopefully in the third set there will be some changes there.
Two sets to nothing advantage. Crossovers against the cargo movers, both in 30 minutes, Jamie.
Wow, F2 is having a difficult time here. First set and second set, and Chery Tiggo is maximizing on that and playing their game. They're not too focused on their opponent actually and focusing on their side of the court. They cleaned up what had to be fixed in their first two games, and now they're improving after each game, and that's the sign of a good team there.
That's right. Coach Velez, hardly a substitution, maybe for a service specialist, but for Coach Diego, she shuffled her middles, she shuffled her open spikers, but nothing has worked. In fact, they've fallen back after putting up 19 points in the first set. They only mustered 14 in the second set and allowed the Crossovers to lead by double digits.
Wow, and your stats for the second set, 7 attacks by F2, 17, clearly dominant there with attacks. 3 blocks from F2, 1 block from Chery Tiggo. Both have 1 ace, 6 airs by F2, and 3 from Chery Tiggo.
And it's practically a similar story in terms of offense for both teams. This is a +10 for the Crossovers in set number 2. In set number 1, it was a +11 in attacks. So, if you're talking offense, it's working for the Crossovers, and for these ladies, Abi Maraño and company, it hasn't clicked just yet.
And to add to what you were saying earlier, actually, Chery Tiggo has not added a new person in the lineup in the first 6, but however, they have a very strong bench at that Chery Tiggo who have been shining the last few games.
That's right.
You can put in anyone in there.
We haven't even seen Pauline Gaston, by the way. I like the new sort of a name change.
Name.
It's not yet.
New name, new team.
New team, new number as well.
Yes.
Sporting number 22 and to honor her dad who played in the pros for UTEX Wranglers. I don't know if you guys, you kids who were alive back then. That was a long time ago. First point of the third set goes to the cargo movers, but there's going to be a challenge here.
Net touch by F2.
All right, here we go.
Eric, they call these challenges very early in the set.
Very early. They're not messing around.
They're trying to end this game.
Yeah. A dominant performance so far by these ladies. Both teams coming into today are perfect, a 2-0 record.
And what I noticed also with Chery Tiggo is they're thriving on counterattack here.
Yeah.
They're able to pick it up. Buding, great defense by them, by her, allowing Alina to run her offense smoothly, making her job easy.
That's right. She barely has run a lot here in the last 2 sets. Meanwhile, Kim Fajardo, it's like she's been in a 5K marathon.
She's scrambling here and there, and Alina Bicar is able to run her offense open. Quick attack, utility, back throw with when Pad is in the back. And you would try and study which rotation works and is the strongest, but I believe that even having 2 spikers in the front with Pad in the back, it's still a strong rotation.
I agree. Challenge, this has taken a while. One of the longest challenges so far on players trying to stay warm. jogging in place.
It's important to keep that sweat there, Eric.
That's right. You cool off a little bit and, you know, things might turn around.
It can break your momentum. It could change your momentum,
That's
actually.
right. Here we go. Is there a net touch? Ooh. That was close. Seemed like Pablo was very close to the net. I wouldn't say she touched it. It's up to the officials. And this replay, apparently there wasn't any. So an unsuccessful challenge. Mylene Pa doesn't like it. She's saying there she saw something.
Coach A is telling them to let it
Yeah,
go.
let it go. It could have gone either way, that replay. So, first point of the third set going to the Cargo Movers. Mylene Pa trying to get it back. A little off speed there. Fajardo with the pancake save. Back row sends it over. Pablo. Didn't even look like an attack. Shaya Adorador, that's way outside.
Shaya, that is definitely outside here.
Yeah. Well, Crossover still smiling about it, but this is not the kind of start you want. Quick 2-0 lead for the Cargo Movers. Smaila Pablo with a serve. Pat, second attack is good. Maranyo with a save. Galang sends it wide.
Right idea by Galang, just a little bit too wide, but good decision though.
9 attack errors already for the Cargo Movers all throughout the match.
It's a little bit too high there because that's giving free points to Chery Tiggo.
Casilag. And again, that ball touched at the net. Baliton, that's dug up by Pablo. Here comes Galang again. Laure. Again, all of these attacks touched at the net by the blockers. Meanwhile, Crossovers, clean hits.
Great job by the Crossovers. I mean, everything is working in their favor right now because they are playing the game the right way. And that's the difference. They're light, the vibe is different.
Yeah.
They're smiling and they're enjoying the game.
That's right. 2 straight points here for the Crossovers to tie the game. More combination play. Nowhere to go for Casilag. Well, a little miscommunication there. Collision between Casilag and Pablo ends up in a chance ball. What a dig by Fajardo. Casilag. Dorendes with a save. Paat off the block and outside.
Picked up by Paat. She has become their go-to spiker. In fact, every spiker is their go-to spiker for Chery Tiggo.
That's true. Let's go to Rain Dixon.
Jamie and Eric, you mentioned in the second set about Chery Tiggo's floor defense. Now, they actually focus on this, specifically their attack coverage, as F2 Logistics is known for their blocking. Coach Reg Diego also addressed the same thing for the Cargo Movers, saying walang time magkamali. She reminded her squad to read the defense of Chery Tiggo before attacking instead of playing it safe. Can they do enough to extend this match? What do you think, Eric and Jamie?
Thank you, Rain. That's the big question mark here. Back row. Who would have thought Vicar was going to go there? Casilag against 2 blockers. Durendes pops it up. This is a 3-point run for the Crossovers. Make that a 4-point run. Paat on all fours, but still able to deliver, Jamie.
Unstoppable by Mylene Pa. You don't know if she's going to drop ball, go sharp, go down the line. And that's because of Alina Bicar's perfect sets as well.
16 points now for Mylene Paat. We mentioned she's coming off a 26-point performance. Again, right place, right time. Floor defense of the Crossovers. Durendes pops it up. Bicar goes to Laure this time. Cross court. Yes. 6 unanswered points by the Crossovers. After trailing 2-0, they've never looked back.
DJ Laure with that powerful spike in between the block.
Laure, 9 points. 4 players. Well, 1 player, you know, already double digits. 3 players, 2 points away from double digits for the Crossovers.
Great distribution clearly from Bicar because there is defense. Everything that FC was doing, they are putting it up, and it's perfect at
That's
that.
right. A rare miscue there A little hesitation between Adorador and Laure, but there's a challenge here by the Crossovers. I don't think they want any by the time we get to 10 points, because they're just they're giving it up so easily. They're asking for a foot fault here, maybe on the attacker, stepped on the attack line. We'll check.
I mean, these assistant coaches can see it.
That's true.
They have that angle that we don't see.
If this challenge is successful, it's going to be seven unanswered points. Oh, sorry, no, this is going to be replayed the point, I believe. So, but that will maybe stop the 6-0 run by the Crossovers, who are posing for a shot here. Okay. Yep, there is Myla Pablo. But they're supposed to check a center line fault this time. So,
Successful there.
so unsuccessful challenge. No more challenges remaining for the Crossovers, and we're just at 5-3.
Well, F2 still has 2, Eric.
That ends the 5-0 run by the Crossovers. Laure, that's outside.
Great job by EJ though, making that line outside. Hard to spike that angle.
That angle. And again, Laure, I mean, just that agility, that explosive jumping ability as well. Gets her high up there to see angles that we don't. Maraño has not only scored a point in the second set after scoring 4 in the opening. Maylene Paat down the line. Yes, 17 already for Paat.
Paat is doing such a great job. F2 is having a difficult time. There you go, that down the line. Avoiding the block there, and it is working just fine for Chery Tiggo.
Just an amazing performance by Maylene Paat today. I mean, she's been consistent all throughout the sets. Casilag. There's a touch by Coach Velez. Score a point for Casilag. 3 points for Elaine Casilag off the bench.
And she's done a great job coming off the bench. Coach A digging the ball over there.
Casilag was signed by the Cargo Movers September last year. Just a month after she was released by the Crossovers. Carandang, a rare block against her. She has been solid and efficient. Another block, great defense at the net by the Cargo Movers. Chance ball. Fajardo, there's counter block against Baron. Combination play. Pablo with a dig. Carandang on a 1-2 play. Carmel Wu will set it up for Behav, who's in the game for the first time. Laure with the shot. That's blocked by Marjoy Baron.
Keeping the ball in the hands of Baron there. Great rally by both teams.
Yeah.
Both working hard. Clean volleyball, Eric. There you go. Blocked by Baron there.
Marjoy Baron, 5 points in her first game back after treatment on her knee. 6-all, 6-0 run here by the Cargo Movers. That ends there.
And you can see the F2 is having a hard time with their defense because the offense is tricky here by Chery Tiggo, and Alina's having the F2 logistics scrambled with their defense. They don't know where to go.
There's so many options for Alina Bigar. I mean, you've got Maylene Paat, obviously, and then there's Laure. You've got Carandang, back row with Shaya. Laure touches. That is gone off of Carandang. Another great block by Baron. She now has 6.
Great job by Baron there. Great effort by both teams, and you could see Maylene Paat mouthing, "Don't rush, don't rush."
And Marjoy Baron could be the anchor of this turnaround by the Cargo Movers.
Now is the time for Chery Tiggo to maintain what they had in the first two sets. Great job by Karanda. And make it throughout the entire set.
So agile, so athletic despite her size. And Karandang gives the Crossovers a 1-point advantage over the Cargo Movers, set number 3. A close third set after 2 consecutive blowouts in favor of the Crossovers. 8 serving 7. Laure with 9 already. 1-2 play, pancake saved by Mylene Baat. Shaya. Wow, how ironic is that? I mean, a little 1-2 play and Crossovers quick on their feet. Meanwhile, Adorador catches the Cargo Movers standing still.
Great job by Shaya. Soft touch and F2. Yet again, having a difficult time with the defense.
And adjusting to different plays and different attacks by the Crossovers.
Now this is the time that F2, you know, needs to look at the patterns of their opponent. They need to read that right now.
Right? Laure with a service error. That's going to be her second. There's Pauline Gaston on your screens. Has not seen action today after scoring 8 points in their second game. Did not play in their first game. But Majoy Baron, what a start for her in the All-Filipino Conference, Jamie.
Great job by her. She has not seen the court for the first two games.
That's
so
right.
I know she's been dying to play on the court, so she's ready.
She was the street coach in the last 2 games, as you see Shaya get a kill. Back to a 2-point advantage for the Crossovers.
Going for that down the line. No one was there for that defense. Great spot.
2 players now in double digits for the Crossovers. Mylene Baat, Shaya Adorador. Pablo, wow.
Back to you.
Myla Pablo, quiet 7 points for her. But the missing link right now for the Cargo Movers, Kim D only with 1 point and has not even played here in the third set.
She has been a standout in the first 2 games.
Yeah.
So having her not on the court, it's hard for her to gel right now.
But back-to-back points for Shaya Adorador. She has 11. And take a look at how she dismantles this double block.
F2 having a hard time, like I keep saying, with the defense there, and they're banking on that.
But Abby Maraño with a tip, her first point here in the third set. She has 6. Maraño just moved to her new place this year. So proud about it. So from being a Manileña, she's now from Rizal and Antipolo. Paat. Ooh, again, just cutting, dividing that defensive play at the net by the Cargo Movers. See how easily Mylene Paat breaks this defense down. Still a 2-point cushion for Paat and the Crossovers. Fajardo to Casilag. Duremdes right there. Bicar goes to Laure this time. Laure down the line, dug up by Fajardo. Macandili back row for Pablo. Duremdes sends it to Paat.
Perfect set.
Coverage by Bicar. Laure readjusts and hits it short.
The set was a little bit too out, which allowed her to not being able to approach there. So she tried to just push it over. Unfortunately, the net was not her friend at that.
So a 1-point game off an easy point for the Cargo Movers. Still no Kim D on the floor as Maraño serves for the Cargo Movers. Paat. Wow. I mean, there are no words to her performance today. 20 points already, Jamie.
And with that perfect receive, Eric, like you have here on your screen, you're able to run that, and that sharp cross there. Too easy for Chery Tiggo.
I was about to say, I mean, they can do no wrong, especially Mylene Paat. Laksina, blocked by Laure. Laure now in double digits with 10, so 3 players in double digits for the Crossovers. The leading scorer of the Cargo Movers is Myla Pablo with 7.
Outstanding job by EJ. You know, and it's not always about the scoring department, no? You know, the blocking, the defense that people need to also notice from the open spikers and the opposite spikers. The digs and the receive. That's what's allowing Chery Tiggo like that to thrive.
Great passing, great setting, easy kills for all of the attackers. Now, Zakarandang also in double digits. 4 players in double digits for the Crossovers. And a timeout here for Coach Diego.
Padas tayo sa block. May pasa naman tayo, hindi man tayo nawala ng pasa eh. Hindi naman sila ganun kalakas mag-serve. Hindihan nyo. Sagain nyo lang talaga yan. Pag hindi kayo sinagayan, talo kayo. Yan, no? Walang mawala.
Laban natin to! F2!
And you can tell Coach Diego a little desperation here. We're a point away from the technical timeout, and yet she burns one just to try and set things in order for her team.
And to add on to that, Eric, you can hear her team telling each other, you have nothing to lose. You know, now is the time to play with no fear. It's okay to make mistakes, but it's how you react to those mistakes.
3-0 run.
There we go.
Stops there. As Laksina with the tip.
Laksina breaking that momentum of Chery Tiggo there. That soft touch in the donut hole zone.
But for Laksina, that's her first point of the match. Remember, she scored 8 and 9 in their last 2 games respectively.
And to add on to that, Eric, missed serve by Laksina there. Free point for Chery Tiggo. To add on to that, there's no pass given by F2, which is not allowing Fajardo to set her middles.
PVL fans, sa tingin nyo, sino ang magiging Queen of Floor Defense today? I-tweet nyo na!
All right, we'll go to Twitter and find out your responses. We're talking about Duremdes, of course, and Makandili.
Mel's perfectly says, Queen of Floor Defense for today's game is no other than Buding Duremdes. Magiging storm kasi siya minsan. Pag tumirik mata niya, maiaangat niya agad yung bola, ha ha ha. Mark Aldridge Forbes, Miss Everywhere, Don Makandili will be the Queen of Floor Defense. Walang duda. Good luck, F2. At Volleyball Deity, for me, ang magiging Queen of Floor Defense today ay si Don Makandili. Ang galing niya mangpunto ng mga palo at mag-save ng mga bola, pero hindi naman magpapadaig si Buding kaya magiging maganda ang matchup nila. Wow, Tagalog yun, Eric.
Great
my
job.
Goodness.
Great
Woo!
job, Jamie.
Oh my goodness.
Like I said in the previous coverage, as Myla Pablo scores, I hate to point it out when the viewers are wrong, but this time it's not going to be, it doesn't look like it's going to be Makandili. Only 12 digs for Dawn, and Buding has 23 already. So unless something drastic happens here and they turn it around, it seems like Buding Duremdes will be the queen of the digs today.
And not only is she digging everything up, but she's also being that thinking libero as well. Not when you dig, you have to dig with a purpose. You can't just dig wherever you want. You have to make it perfectly to the center, and that's what she's doing.
That's right. We mentioned Bicar hardly ran around in the entire match. She was always a step away, if not just right there when the ball comes to her.
While on the other hand, you have Fajardo scrambling here and there. Because the people manning the back of F2 is having a difficult time.
There's an over receive by Behab and Agorador. An easy dump, another easy point. Shaya now with 12. And it's a 5-point cushion here for the Crossovers in a crucial third set.
Great job by Shaya Adorador there. Faad giving her a hug there.
Good serve, another bad receive there. Underhand set, Laxina. 1-2 play for Bicar, and see, Bicar, the pass was there. So all she had to do was jump and dip it.
She has been successful for those 1-2 plays, and she knew that the block was, that the defense in the back was open.
Final timeout here for Coach Diego. Well, let's see the instructions going to be made in this huddle.
Mag-celebrate, tuloy-tuloy pa sa celebration, depensa tayo. Okay, basa, more read. Hindi pa talo, hindi pa talo. Libang panalo.
Tapos! F2! Laban! Laban!
This is the biggest deficit here in the third set against Coach Diego. Aragala, Ivy Laxina, and the Crossovers. How do they respond? They have no more timeouts remaining.
Now is the time, the crunch time, Eric. You know, these are the games, like I said earlier, that you train for, why you work hard, the reason why you play volleyball for these matches.
Laura in double digits. Her third straight game in double digits for EJ Laure. Back row, Laure. Oh, yes. Everything going right. Laure connects. Now has 11.
Great job by Laura there. And you could see on the other side, Dawn Makandili was not established at defense there. She was moving as the ball came to her.
Lead is now 7. Matches the biggest lead of the match for the Crossovers. They led by 7. Ooh! An easy ace! Crossovers led by 7 in the second set. Now this is the biggest lead of the entire match at 8 points.
In the past 2 sets, Eric, you can see when Chery Tiggo is in their 20s, F2 makes those unforced errors. And now is not the time.
It seems like they lose composure and focus as the pressure gets higher.
The heat is on for F2.
Poor receive again. Here comes Pablo with the tip. Beautiful decision there. Myla Pablo changing it up in midair.
There we go. We have Myla Pablo. You can see her face. She wants to win. Tell your teammates, let's go.
Myla Pablo, again, the leading scorer with 9 points. And Kim Diaz not returned after sitting down in the second set. Jesma Ramos is back in the game. Ramos has not scored. (14 serving 21).
Great
Nice,
serve.
yeah, nice serve. Adorador, open block. Ooh! It's good to be good, but it's better to be lucky.
And now with the help of the net. And you could almost see the defense of F2. Sometimes, you know, when it hits the net, it delays it a bit, right? F2 there standing, not staying low on defense.
Second service error for Zakarandang. They've got a really good, comfortable cushion here, up by 7.
7-point lead.
Yeah.
Now this is the time. We've been looking for this spark plug all game for F2.
Paat back row. Wow. Maylene Paat now with 21.
I'm speechless with that back row attack. And it's not a super high back row attack, Eric. Meaning faster offense. Fast, fast, fast. And it's giving the defense of F2 a very hard time.
A little off speed from Ivy Laxina. But unless there's a major collapse by the crossovers, it will look like a sweep here by the ladies in black. Myla Pablo, still only 9 points. Nobody in double digits for the cargo movers. Laxina looking for back-to-back points. Laure to the rescue. Here comes Paat against a single blocker. That's gone. Ooh! Wow! When you have Makandili, nothing is gone. Glay is alive. I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but all right, that is officially gone. You got to commend Aragalang for the effort, but this is considerable 8-match point advantage.
Yes, I have to give credit to the defense there for F2. And what I noticed in that rally, the familiarity between Chery Tiggo, it's nothing to be second guessing. It's fluid. Everyone knows what they're doing.
Myla Pablo sends it outside. And that's it. It's over. Myla Pablo limited to 9 points. She is the leading scorer. Prior to this game, it was Skip Deal as the leading scorer, coming on 2 back-to-back double-digit performances. But wait a minute, we can't declare it just yet. There's a challenge here. A late, very late challenge, by the way, because the first referee was already off his podium.
Yes.
But nevertheless, it will be reviewed. Coach Diego has 2 challenges remaining. Why not? The block touch challenge.
Might as well use them.
Yeah. Stay alive for maybe one more play. We'll see.
The challenge is a block touch. Challenge number 2, F2, logistics, block touch.
I have to give credit to the offense of Chery Tiggo. Their spikers are doing a great job of not only spiking with power, but placement as well.
Yeah. And also half of that, Jamie, is the defense they've been playing as well.
Everything is being up. You know, during rallies, I look at your face and we're shocked sometimes with the ups that are coming from Chery Tiggo.
Okay, here we go. Official review is on your screens. It's not even close. So an easy call, quick whistle, and the crossovers remain undefeated in the All-Filipino Conference. 3 straight wins, and this one is a shocker because they run up against another team with a perfect record and swept them.
And it was not the day of F2 today, and you know, they have to go back to the drawing board, see what they need to fix in their game from today. And Chery Tiggo, they have to maintain that or even level up from what they showed today.
A decisive win by the crossovers here in 3 straight sets against the cargo movers. A 3-set win by the Crossovers in under an hour and a half. Two unbeaten teams, and we expected a 4, maybe 5-setter, but it was not the case. Such a dominant performance by Chery against F2. And you award the crown of the Queen of the Floor defense to Buding Durendes, who's right now with Rain Tixon.
With me right now is the Queen of Floor Defense for the Chery Tiggo Crossovers, our best player of the game, Buding Durendes. First of all, congratulations. Undefeated pa rin yung team ninyo. Actually, nung second set, nagtataka ako kasi sobrang nag-dominate kayo. Pero nung third set, dikit yung laban. Paano nyo na-overcome para makuha yung panalo ngayon?
Siyempre, nakikinig lang kami sa kung ano yung sinasabi ng coaches namin and gagawin na lang talaga namin.
Tapos ngayon na undefeated kayo, ano yung mindset nyo going into the next match? Kasi last conference, halos parehas yung nangyari sa start ng season.
Kailangan pa rin talaga namin paghandaan yung next game and syempre makikinig sa coaches kung ano yung ipapagawa nila sa amin, kung anong strategy yung ibibigay sa amin.
Alright, we can see na 25 excellent digs and 13 excellent receptions. Sinabihan ako ng team ninyo na nung start ng game, talagang yun ang focus kayo sa floor defense ninyo. Nakatulong ba sa'yo yung tinutuhan ka sa training?
Oo naman, syempre thankful ako na tinututukan talaga kami sa training na ganito gawin mo, ganito, ganyan. Yon.
Now, you have any message to your fans supporting here in the stadium for our Chery Tiggo fans?
Hello po sa lahat ng fans ng Chery Tiggo Crossovers. Hello po, Boss Romel and Ma'am Ada. And syempre, hello sa family ko sa Iloilo, si Nanay, si Tatay, Hamandre Durendes family. Hello po.
Alright, that was our player of the game, Buding Durendes.
All right, thank you, Rain. Congratulations, Buding Durendes. And yeah, team principal Romel Sitin must be proud of this team. After finishing 4th in the Reinforced Conference and also finishing 8th, actually, out of 9 teams in the Open Conference, which is now the All-Filipino Conference. They go undefeated here, 3-0. Ties with the Cool Smashers at the top of the standings, Jamie.
Chery Tiggo played as a team today. Buding, great ups from her, but that's also because the block was established. She didn't have to dive all the time because she read it from the block itself.
And you're looking at highlights here. 4 players in double digits for the Crossovers. Very few of these highlights. Myla Pablo top scoring with 9 points for the Cargo Movers. Shaya Adorador, 13. We mentioned Laure, she had 12. Karandang with 10. And of course, Mylene Paat with 22 big points.
You know, it was not the day for F2 today, so they have to go back to the drawing board, see what they need to hone, see what they need to add for their team and prepare for their next games.
They limited the defense of the Crossovers, limited the key players of the Cargo Movers offensively. As you take a look at the attack situation here.
You have 54 attacks from Chery and only 22 from F2. 6 blocks from F2, 5 from Chery Tiggo, 3 aces from F2, 2 from Chery, 18 errors by Chery and 14 from F2, and it's clear that the attacks were dominant by Chery Tiggo here.
Well, the streak continues for the Crossovers. They're 3-0. Meanwhile, the Cargo Movers absorbed their first loss of the All-Filipino Conference. They fall down to 2-1 in the standings. Coming up next, 2 teams looking for their first win. The Lady Troopers and the High Speed Hitters coming up next right here at the Phil Sports Arena. Great job, Jamie La Victoria. Thanks to our director, Al Neri, for our courtside reporter, Rain Tixon. I'm Eric Tipan. Hang on tight for more volleyball action. 2023 All-Filipino Conference of the Premier Volleyball League right here on One Sports.